Hello, beautiful friends. It's Erika. Today I'm going to be doing a video looking at the next 3 months, the first quarter of 2024. Happy New Year to all of you. I hope you are doing well. And man, is 2024 off to a very crazy start. And in this video, I felt really drawn to giving you guys messages to prepare you for the next 3 months in particular, because I've been shown a lot of information in my channeling off camera about the importance of the next few months when it comes to sacred union. Now, this is going to be a message that is going to be geared more towards physical sacred union, two powerful souls coming together to do important work together in relationship, in mission. And I've been shown a lot of information. Even though my videos, I'm always emphasizing watching for your personal masculine and feminine energies, certainly continue to do that. This is going to be languaging geared more towards physical manifestation between two people in a love relationship, partnership that are here to do important work together. Many of you were part of my Anchoring Sacred Union activation series we did in October, November, and December. And many of you are seeing the shifts come from that. And there's a very specific purpose and reason why the timing is what it is. So in this video, I'm going to talk about January, February, and March, a little bit about the energies, what to expect, what to be prepared for. And then I will also continue to go further and more in depth in an extended version of this video. So if you're interested, but let's just say this is a month of, it's like 1, 2, 3, boom, 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 change, decisions, and cooperation is kind of the themes of the first 3 months, which is shaping up to be where the decisions of anything that is not aligned must go. It's like, no, it's like cleaning up house, cleaning out, the things that like this has to go. Well, no more. It's like I'm getting the image of somebody who's going through their house and organizing, right? And they've reached the point where they must, it's like, I'm not going to sit and think about it any longer. I'm just going to do it. And it's gone on so long that it's like, all right, time to clean up house because I got work to do. I got to get rid of this, clean it up so I can have a productive space. That's the bit of the energy coming in starting in the month of January. And I also forgot to mention, guys, I released my January relationship kit. So that's a series of my 3 best videos that I do that aren't posted anywhere else, that are specific towards the relationship energies of January. So you might want to check that out if you have not. I just want to mention I brought that back after popular request. If that is supportive for you, given what you're going through this month. But January is shaping up to be this energy around like rolling up the sleeves, getting it done, very matter of fact, right? So with that energy is, believing in the impossible, what you thought was impossible, the once in a blue moon. Those of you that watch my monthly readings already saw the energy around the energies have never been better to make massive change. It's like all the stars are aligning, right? To use that overused phrase, but all the stars really are aligning for massive change in the month of January. And so with that, it's a very matter of fact energy, but it also comes up with some fears, some trepidation, some of the deepest fears. It's like some of you, when you're about to make a massive move in your life, whether it's whatever change, right? You got to deal with some of the deep fears within you. It's going to bring up some fears that maybe you didn't think you had because maybe you never pushed yourself that much before, or never did something as brave as this ever in your life. That's the energy coming in. And with the masculine energy, he's coming in with having really completed a lot of his healing, but is ready to make an offer. He's preparing to come forward in a pretty bold and massive way because he's getting both Knight of Cups as well as Six of Wands energy. After having completed his healing, he's doing it from a balanced place. He's not doing this from a place of impulsivity. This is very well thought out, but also very primal, where there's this energy of just, I know I need to do this. You know, it's where that knowing and the instinct overrides the conscious mind, because it's like, no, I have to, I need to, I must, is the energy of the masculine in the month of January. And, the feminine through this time period is continuing to be reminded to have faith in your dreams. Don't give up on that which you desire. Don't give up on that which spirit has shown you is your path. But she's starting out the year very hopeful, very like thinking about what she wants. She's excited. She's dreaming, daydreaming, and thinking about all the things that she desires. And the masculine's kind of preparing to come forward here. Now, February is going to be a month of decisions, decisions coming forward, initiating energy, sort of that. Like, what are we going to do energy? How are we going to start? We're actually going to do something in the month of February. So between the two of them, February is the month of choices, decisions, and what action are we going to take? So don't be surprised if in the month of February there are a lot of conversations, a lot of back and forth on what do we want, what are we doing? But the masculine is in an energy, literally, of the full moon in Aries, uh, over this entire time period, which is like something's got to give. The tension has been building so much towards this new beginning that. Um, Something must be done, right? So he has been, in essence, preparing, right? Coming into this year, already knowing what he wants to do, mentally preparing, physically preparing, emotionally preparing. It's like he's getting his ducks in order to um, approach the feminine, and with a very solid, grounded intention. Spirit's been showing me, okay, I'm going to share this with you guys. Maybe I should have shared it at the beginning, but I was shown in channel one of the reasons why many of these unions have been delayed and feel like they've been delayed for a very long time has to do with the battle of the light and the dark, what we're all going through, what we're all experiencing here in the world. And it was interesting because it was shown very clearly that a lot of these sacred unions must come online within a very short concentrated time period. They're not meant to trickle in one by one by one by one, because those of you that were part of my activation series heard me discuss this at length and in depth. But there's a reason these sacred unions must come online now. But there's also a reason why these sacred unions had to be sort of prepared and held back until all of them coming online within a very brief period of time, because of the impact of that massive explosion of light that it's going to have on Earth. It is necessary to come online quickly and swiftly, and like almost as like an explosion of light, because that is what happens when these partnerships merge energetically. And there's the purpose of the unions is to help ascend Earth. It's not simply just for the individuals involved. It has a major implication globally and galactically that must happen at this time in order to begin a further transition. So I was given very clearly given very clearly in channel, that many people have been, and unions have been sort of prepared, and then they've been put in sort of like wait mode. Just wait for the signal, and that may have felt very incessant for many of you, where it's like, I feel like I've been ready, and like, what's happening? Why isn't something shifting yet? And the reason is because for the overall mission for Earth, there's a very specific reason they've got to come online in a concentrated period of time. Because imagine the Earth with all of the hidden dark that's been coming out. Imagine as the dark is being eradicated and literally in its sort of final death throes, right? It's going to be a pretty intense next couple of years, my friends. But more to come on that, by the way. So I just lost my train of thought. Shocker. Many have been sort of like positioned in place for a while. Some people have been in position for a year and in kind of idling mode. Like, okay, when am I going to get the signal? The reason is you're all going to get the signal within a very, very specific time to like to act and to come together, because it has to do with the amount of light that will flood the earth and flood consciousness to really elevate it to outside of the control mechanism for the collective. And that's kind of all I'm going to say about that here. But just know that I was given one of the reasons why. You've seen me do many videos where I'm talking about, why does it feel like it's here, but then it's not. And Spirit finally kind of gave the final message of like, here's why and why it's happening and beginning to happen now and will happen rapidly and swiftly for many of you. So buckle up your seatbelts in a good way. But I can see it here in the cards and very clearly coming forward probably around February. January's, there's still maybe movement, obviously, but the majority, I feel, the month of February will be very, very, very powerful for sacred unions. And then when we come to March, we're looking at collaboration, cooperation, and very heightened emotions, right? Because remember, with all the energy that comes in when a sacred union manifests physically, it's like the emotions are super, you know, they're pretty intense, very intense, let's just be honest. Yet it's time. There's going to be collaboration, cooperation. I feel like when this begins, especially in the month of February, the feminine might find herself a little bit guarded, a little bit defensive, a little bit like, okay, I got to brace myself here for, these choices, these decisions. What are we going to do? Um, Yet by the end, by March, there is this decision of we're going to work together. We're going to make this. I was trying not to sneeze, but good luck with that. March is shaping up to be a month where there's going to be a lot of collaboration together. There's going to be a lot of communication. There's going to be potential for the real new beginning becoming more real in the month of March. So these 3 months, don't underestimate them. And obviously, there are some global implications to the energies and all of that good stuff. But I do see a lot of emotional communication. I think the feminine may, in the month of February, when the masculine and her are, discussing, talking, making decisions, figuring things out, making a plan, she could find herself a little bit guarded. But I feel as though the masculine will help that guard drop down the moment he is authentic with his heartfelt communication. I see that being being a not too long of a process. Okay. I do see that in the month of March also, that may be a month of working things out, chatting a little bit about the past, what have you learned? How have you grown? Sort of going over is there still opportunity here? I'm not the same person I was before, and here's why. It's like until those deeper conversations are had, which I feel happen more in the March timeframe. Again, this is collective. You may already be having this happen in your life. Um, and it may happen a little, further than 3 months from now. But collectively, March will be the month where there's a lot of, I feel, healing and a lot of addressing the sadness and the regrets of the masculine in particular. But I feel like by March timeframe, the feminine's going to have a level of confidence in, okay, I get it. We don't have to live in the past, don't dwell in the past. It's time to move forward. And I see that this has been a long journey for both of us. So, very interesting next few months here. Also, of course, I forgot to mention this at the beginning again because I just started channeling. I have resurrected my podcast, and I'm going to be doing that now on a weekly basis where I'm sharing a lot more about the channeled messages I get offline. I do a lot of channeling offline every week and have for years. And I've been guided very strongly to share with you a lot of the messages coming through. I do a bit of a dialogue back and forth where I ask questions and then I'll share with you the answers I get. So if there's any topics you're curious about, that you'd like some answers to or things that have been niggling your brain, by all means, put them in the comments below because I would be happy to go in and, if there's a common thread of what people are really interested to know and understand, be happy to channel some guidance there. But I was given very interesting information that I did not expect in the last channeling I did, which will be in the podcast episode coming out this week. And it has to do with like current events and what's going on and what's important for us to understand, but also big time stuff that really surprised me actually. Because I basically went in and said, hey, tell me what I need to know, what's important to share right now. And it was like, boom. So I was like, okay, hello, I guess I'm going to put that out. So I'm going to be putting that podcast out this week as well. But it's Soul Speak with Erika Elmitz. It's available on all the podcast platforms. I believe Spotify might not be as up to date because now that I'm doing them on video, Spotify doesn't automatically take the video podcast. I don't understand. I'll figure it out. But it's everywhere. Soul Speak with Erika Elmitz. There's a few episodes already there, but I'm really excited to be doing more of the podcasting again in a new venue. So with that, I feel like this is a time where things are going to become very real. That's the other theme that's been coming up in the channelings is there is a very important need for the physicality of the masculine and feminine to be near each other physically, right? We all know that these partnerships and unions have been already together in the higher dimensions for a long time, but the physical manifestation and the physical proximity of these two individuals being near each other is extremely important given what we're about to go through in the world. Okay, this is there's many reasons for this, but everything is trickling now down into the physical. And so all of these sort of spiritual battles that have been had in the higher dimensions, the spiritual battles that we've all been seeing play out in the physical world, it's really going to start landing in the physical now. It's like it's got to trickle down into the 3D. And that's where we're going to have a lot of changes. We're going to have a lot of, this year is going to be intense. It's exciting. You saw my video I did on the new year. It is exciting and I am very excited for it. Yet it's going to come with an intensity. And so I know for me, a lot of my work will be to support all of you that to stay steady, to stay balanced, and to stay in your knowing and to not get swept up in the fear, the chaos, the intended disruptions that will be happening. There's never been a time where it's been more important for any light worker on the planet to be as steady, calm, and strong as possible. This is when you are most going to be needed, and I will be doing everything in my power to support all of you as the world gets crazier and crazier. So I think that's about it for now. What I'm going to do now, for those of you interested, I'm going to go into an extended version of this video where I break down the next 3 months for the masculine and feminine with some themes as well as some more details on what will be going on for the next 3 months. So, if you'd like to join me, the link is down below. And in the meantime, buckle up, get ready, and know that you're built for this. Know that you're made for this. Know that you have trained for this. My beautiful warriors of the light, you guys are made for this shit. And and it's time to put it into action. This is going to be a very, very exciting and intense time for humanity. But you have all chosen to be here at this time for a reason, and you're trained. You're ready. If you've been following me for any bit of time, you know you're ready. So with that, I look forward to seeing you guys over in the extended. For those of you interested, and check out my podcast. Okay. And with that, so with that, my beautiful friends, if you like this video, do give it a thumbs up, like, subscribe, comment, if you will. Would love to hear, again, any topics you're curious about that I might be able to do in channelings for the podcast. So with that, I send you so much love. Bye.